Hi, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Live. I am your host, Crystal Fry, and tonight we are talking about what happens when the poo hits the fan. Yes, normally that word is something else, and we're not talking about poo with an H, like Winnie the Pooh. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about tonight what happens when things really get out of control, or they feel like they're getting out of control. Maybe they're really not, if you were to take a moment to actually, kind of with your logical thinking mind, kind of look at them. But when things really start to just get crazy, like, what do you do when it's hitting the fan? And I mean, listen, this has been the case for me over this past week, which of course is why I want to talk about it with you tonight, because I know that I am not the only person that this happens to. Monica Pendle, my love, how are you? It is so good to see you, honey. Thank you so much for being here with us. So as you are coming in live, go ahead and say hello so that I can greet you properly, just like I did Miss Monica. And if you're watching in the replay, go ahead and say hello and use the hashtag replay. Tell me where you're watching from. So tonight we're talking about, what do you do when the poo hits the fan? Right now, I put up a post just a few minutes ago. Actually, it was not very long ago at all. And it said, you can't claim to believe in complete abundance and then get all scared when it starts to manifest. Now, listen, these are words that I actually said earlier this week, right? I was really excited about some stuff going on. I was actually feeling kind of sort of overwhelmed because things were actually starting to move in the direction I wanted them to move. And here, here's the thing. You want this, you plan for it, you work towards it, and then when it starts to happen, you're like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Oh, look, it's my girl Andrea C. Hey, darling, thanks for being here live. So what are you doing when this happens? Well, I started feeling a little overwhelmed. I was like, oh my gosh, this stuff is happening, right? I mean, stuff is starting to roll in. Like, I am really starting to see the stuff that I've worked for come to fruition. And then I was like, oh my God, well, I can't go sit in a corner and be scared about it now, right? No, because this is what you've worked for. But let me tell you the other piece of that. And the whole purpose for the title of this live, which is, when the poo hits the fan, when things start to move in the direction that you are moving into, the right direction, when things are coming into alignment, when you are getting in that place where you want to be, where you have put in the hard work and effort to get there, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and prepare you. It's going to hit the fan. Because you see, what happens is, while we're manifesting all of this wonderful stuff that we want in our lives, that we're striving for, that we're working towards, what we're doing is getting ourselves out of our comfort zones. And when that happens, mentally, we may be in that place where we are like, oh yes, we are going for it. We are absolutely going to do this. Subconsciously, there's a little part of us that is, one, scared to death of change, okay? And two, when we start to do all of these big things, it goes, whoa, wait just a minute. What do you think you're doing? Why? No, we don't want to do this, right? We don't want to get into that place. Hey, Andrea Harrison. I have on some of my bling tonight, darling. I just want you to know that. If you guys need bling, you go check out Andrea, the bling slinger. So as you're getting into that place of you're moving forward, you're doing what you want, there's something that's going to stop you subconsciously and say, no, we don't want to do that, because it's change. And your subconscious mind doesn't like change. It makes you uncomfortable. It does not, thank you, darling. It does not want you to change. Why? Because you're comfortable. We don't grow from our comfort zone. So when that happens, things will start to, I used in the post, I used the example. So you want to run your own business. You want to start a company. You want to start really moving things along in your business. Listen, when you get to that point where things are moving, if you are working a day job, if you have, as my good friend Rashada Pratt calls it, an angel investor, things are going to get hinky. Yes, I said hinky. They're going to get weird over there. They're going to have some issues. Things are going to start to blow up that are going to require, for whatever reason, your attention. You know why? Because that diverts your attention from you kicking butt over in the business that you're starting, keeping you in your comfort zone, right? Keeping you stuck in your day job that you don't want to be in anymore. So, one, I want you to be prepared for that. I had another, for any of you guys who've not followed me for, like the last couple of years, a few years ago, I competed in a beauty pageant. The first one in my life, okay? I was 30 something and first one I'd ever competed in. And the only reason that I did it is because my best friend talked me into it. I would not have willingly done that by myself. That's just not me. Like, I think that women are beautiful and but that's not for me, right? This is not my bag, right? Anyway, this is something that I did. So here's the deal. In order for me to be comfortable competing in that pageant, I needed to lose a little bit of weight. Okay. There was a swimsuit portion of it. We had evening gown, all the fun things, all the things. And let me just say, it was an amazing experience. It really, really was. If you ever want to compete in a pageant, do it with a friend. Okay. Do it with a friend and have a good, nice sense of healthy competition. It was great for me because I had no interest in winning. I wound up being the first runner up, but I had no interest in winning. So it was all fun for me. Anyway, the whole point is I had to lose a little bit of weight for me to be comfortable, not for other people to like me, but for me to be comfortable. I needed to drop about 20 pounds. Okay. So I was doing really good, right? And the closer I got and I started picking out dresses and I started, trying on swimsuits and I started doing all these things, you guys, my body did this really, really weird thing. And all I wanted was chocolate and French fries. Now, those are two of my favorite things anyway. But of course, I was trying to be like really good. And I'm telling you, I got close to the goal, right? I got close to doing that thing that I wanted to do. And I competed in the pageant, but my body like rebelled against me and was like, no, you're going to eat chocolate and French fries. Like, that's it. That's it. It was crazy, you guys. But these things happen because we are moving in a place outside of our comfort zone. We're moving into a place of growth. We're moving into a place where we are really actually going to see the manifestation of the things that we have been working so hard for. We are actually, yes, right? I mean, come on, Monica, Wendy's, Frosties, and French fries all day. And you guys, listen, I'm not even really all that picky about French fries. I'm really not. I like them from just about anywhere I've ever eaten them. As a matter of fact, my husband and I had the discussion a couple of weeks ago that I'm just full out in love with potatoes. I've not met a potato yet that I don't like. It doesn't matter how you make them. We even went down the list of all the different things that you can do with the potatoes, and I eat them all. So, that's really not all that helpful when you're trying to compete for, in a beauty pageant. Anyway, so the whole point is to understand there are three things that I want you to know, okay, coming away from this, that when you get to that point where you are really actually taking serious steps and serious action to move you forward towards that goal, towards the goal that you are wanting to obtain, desiring to obtain, that you deserve to obtain, things are going to go crazy. Things are going to go crazy. Listen, three things that I want you to remember. One, it's going to happen. Okay. This is how you prevent yourself from getting stuck in that sliding backwards. And I don't mean just a little step back. Okay. Well, I'll talk about that in just a second. I mean, like completely falling off your game and like, nope, I guess I don't really want it. It's not really worth it. Listen, if you have the desire, it's worth it. So please just know that. But so the first thing, I want you to be prepared for things to get crazy, right? When you start to see things really moving, just go ahead and prepare yourself. Like, don't make things up, but just be prepared. Don't be caught off guard. Be prepared that, you know what, some things are probably going to get a little weird. And it could, again, it could be with a job, it could be with a spouse or a partner, it could be, again, with your body, with your health. Listen, you guys, I have gotten into a place where I was really, really close to something and I wound up with the flu. Like, seriously, no one else around me had it. I wound up with the flu. It was a setback. I didn't let it overtake me, but things like that happen because for whatever reason, our subconscious wants us to stay stuck in this tiny little box of a comfort zone. And we're not created for that. We're created to live large, okay? To live our lives to the fullest. I want to say that in all caps, fullest. All right, so first, be prepared. Second, give yourself some grace. I want to say that again. Give yourself some grace. There are going to be times when you have to take that step back. There are going to be times when you miscue, okay? When it should have been this and it wasn't, it was that. Let me tell you, sometimes those miscues are exactly what you need so that you can course correct on your plan. Sometimes those things pop up so that you can course correct, okay? So that's the second thing. 1, be prepared. 2, give yourself some grace. Know that a mistake is not fatal, okay? A failure is not fatal. It's just an opportunity for you to learn and to grow from it and figure out what, maybe you need to take that left at Albuquerque instead of the right, okay? And the third thing, and this is by far the most important thing, keep going. I don't care if you have to crawl, because from the crawl, you will begin to walk, and from the walk, you will begin to run, and from the run, you will begin to fly. But you must keep going. You cannot stop. Rest if you must, but you cannot stop. You can't just put it all to the side and say, well, no, it's not worth it. You deserve better than that. You deserve more than that. And your desires, your dreams will make room for you if you keep going. So understand that, listen, when things get good, be prepared for something to happen, because it always does. It always does. There's no such thing as instant coffee. Now, I'm a coffee girl, and I will tell you that my husband bought me a Keurig a couple of years ago for Christmas, and I thought that was like the most wonderful thing. All that is, the little K-cups, it's just instant coffee, right? And it's fine, right? It does what I need. But the best coffee is, my opinion, okay, my opinion, the best coffee is coffee that's made in a percolator, where it literally has to heat that water up and it has to drip the coffee, right? I mean, okay, we're not talking about coffee tonight, but seriously, like, I'm passionate about coffee. I really, really love it. But that is the best coffee. So think about that as you are on your journey to accomplishing whatever it is that you want to accomplish. You guys all know that to me, it doesn't matter. The what is not important. It's your why, your purpose, your passion, and are you doing it? Because your purpose and passion is probably different from mine. We may have some similarities, but we all have unique callings. So whatever it is, whatever that purpose and passion is for you, it is worth it. It is worth it. You would not have the dream and the desire in your heart if you were not meant to manifest it. And I firmly believe that. It took me a while to get there, to understand that. But I firmly believe that you would not have the desire, the drive, and the dream in your heart if you were not meant to manifest it. Most of the time, it's just stuff up here in between our ears that gets in our way. Most of the time, it's our own thoughts, our own limiting beliefs, our own ridiculous things that we made up at some point and took them as truth. So bear that in mind as well. All right. I am going to wrap up. Thank you all so much for being here with me tonight. You know, I love you big from the bottom of my heart. Again, if you are watching this in the replay, make sure that you drop me a note and let me know where you're watching from, because, well, I want to know. I want to know where we're going. I want to know how far we're spreading and who we're reaching. So make sure you drop me a comment down there and let me know where you're watching from. And again, be prepared, okay? First thing, be prepared. Second thing, give yourself some grace. And the third thing, and most important, keep going. Keep going, okay? Keep going. Hey, Tim, thanks for joining tonight. Thanks for being here with us. So again, you guys know that if you need anything, I can, you can send me a DM, you can send me a message. Happy to talk with you and see if there's a way that I can help you reach the goals that you have set for yourself. So I'm always just a DM away, right? All right, that is going to wrap it up for me. You have been watching Friday Night Live with your host, Crystal Fry. It's always my pleasure to be here with you. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I will see you all again real soon. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I hope the weather is nice where you are. It's been a little cold here in South Carolina. I'm a warm weather girl, so the 30s, that's not my bag. It's not my bag at all, but I manage. And so anyway, I hope the weather is beautiful where you are. I hope you get an opportunity to rest and relax and get some sunshine or something. Just have a great weekend, you guys. Life's too short to be stressed out on the weekends, right? So anyway, I will talk to you all again real soon. Love you big. See ya.